Hello everybody and welcome back to the House of Storm and welcome back to another episode of Tavern Talk. So guys, in the last episode we finally found out why the stars fell from the sky. An astral whale ended up eating the star because he had frostbite on the inside, so he ate the star to stop all that pain. And unfortunately, we set our cleric off on a quest and she ended up having to kill the whale because we gave her the strength tonic. So unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen next, but back to your favorite magical bartender. Let's jump right back into it and see what this day has in store for us. It's a sunny day. Oh, yep, she took the quest. She was like, you better have this ready. Good morning. Good morning, Clay. Did you sleep well? I slept. I dreamed about the whale a lot. I can't get its song out of my head. That doesn't sound very restful. It wasn't. At home, we write songs for our dead, melodies that help them on their way to Tuat, like a musical torch. I think maybe the whale just knew what I needed to mourn it. What have you been dreaming about, Tia? Stars, surely messages from Lady Cassiopeia that are meant to guide me. Maybe that's her way of comforting you. She doesn't need to comfort me. I love her, though. She's like my favorite, one of them. And yet she still does. Anyhow, I see you had time to prepare the quest. Wonderful. Let's get started. Let's take this one step at a time. Clay, did you find the time to make some bread? I did. Decided on potato bread. I made you your own loaf so you could share it with your guest. I handed it to your little purple friend and told him to keep an eye on it. Well, that's gone. Thank you for feeding my familiar, Clay. Of course. Did you enjoy the bread yesterday? Very much. I think we needed it. We both couldn't sleep, so we had some bread and just talked. I admit, it was a pleasant way to wind down. What did you talk about? Ferrets, I hope? Not quite. Many things. Like, I thought it'd be fun to make her niece one of the little dolls my granny taught me to make. The ones with flower dresses and mini axes. Oh, that's cool. I want one. I don't have any siblings or cousins, but Tia said she's going to make little star lamps for my parents' garden. I like their friendship a lot. Is that so? He offered to cook for my family, and I can't offer to cook for his. My cooking skills are unimportant to my destiny. But I thought if I were to visit, it would be appropriate to bring some sort of thank you gift. And who wouldn't want some stars in their garden, especially now? Sounds lovely. You ever visited the Highlands before? No, not thus far, though I've always wanted to. Our snow dragon building competitions are famous. Never heard of those. Oh, but they do sound intriguing. When I was young, one of my favorite stories the Elizan told me was of the ever-burning flame. It's said to have been a gift from Leviathan to the first mortals. Along with it, he bestowed the power of elemental manipulation upon his chosen. I vaguely recall there being another version where one of his guardians stole the flame from him instead. Blasphemous heresy is all that is. We should be thankful for the gifts he has given us. I've always wanted to pay my respects to the flame. It just happens to still be burning in an ancient temple in the Highlands, keeping the hope of Asteria alive for eternity. I look forward to seeing it in person sooner rather than later, and with a local guide no less. Legends or clerics say the first flame Leviathan ever bestowed upon mankind still burns in the Temple of the Highlands. We still have a lot of quests to finish up. I never visited it before either, but I once went to the Autumn Glow Festival in Verica. You can see the temple from there. The Autumn Glow Festival? What's that about? I'm sure he can tell you about it another time. Please, let's get back to the quest. You're right, let's continue. Now, the quest. Of course. So I'm assuming you're going together. Unfortunately, I was going to go alone, but Clay insisted on coming along. Why is that unfortunate? It's a very dangerous quest, and he has not practiced in the ways of a divine warrior. Could you imagine if he tried to befriend some bleak stalkers? That'd make for a fun story, I think. But if you really want to do this alone, you could just go by yourself. Who would make her fresh bread, then? Exactly. You don't want to go alone. That makes sense. Plus, I need to meet those bleak stalkers. I've never seen any before, and I can't wait to find out what they like to eat. You. They like to eat you. Only if they're hungry. Could you at least try to be reasonable? I am. Local creatures could be very helpful. We all need a clay in our lives. I know they can be dangerous too. Of course, it's important to have your guard up so you can defend yourself if they're scared. Generally, if you approach anything non-violently, they like you more. Maybe the innkeeper can give us some extra charisma too so we can convince them to help us out. I could offer you some honey flowers as well. They can be very inspiring, even the bleak stalkers. I think so, at least. I've never tested that one out, actually. We could test it for you. Nonsense. We need to head into snow and we'll have to fight our way through. The name Bleak Stalkers doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their hospitality. Not to mention there could be many more dangerous monsters roaming the abandoned Everbloom. We need to refresh our strength and hope that our mortal weapons will be enough to damage them. If that's of concern, I could offer you some citron. It's infused with divine properties that'll bless your weapon strikes. With a little help from the dragons, no creature should be able to withstand you, no matter how bleak. Citron can only be found deep within the Forbidden Valley. How would you even have access to that? Oh, you know. No, I don't. Anyway, I think both of your strategies could work. Strength and Citron will let you fight your way through any danger in no time. But the right mix of defense, charisma, and honey flowers might offer a more unconventional solution. Can you help us decide? I don't want to argue. Sure. Okay. Now, last time I said to... I think first, yeah, no, it would be... Yeah, no, it wouldn't be 1,000 wins. Or it might. I think it would be 1,000 wins. No, because that's more charisma. This says more defense. So maybe... What else do I got? No, that's more mind. First, yeah, no, first, that's, I mean, that's a little bit. So it is 1. That's a lot of agility, though. It needs to be, where's the fist one? Yeah. And the rest in defense. We're gonna do this route because last time I said to do something strong. Poor Clay here. I would love to hear the story about you befriending those bleak stalkers. Or at the very least, how their teeth were no match against your armor or your pecs. And a new approach couldn't hurt. Exactly. I would like less dead creatures this time. Fine. I trust your judgment, Innkeeper. Good. You should. Thank you for all your help, Innkeeper, but we should get going now. You better drink that. Indeed. Wait. Why are you in such a hurry? Yesterday I met Fable at the farmer's market, and they helped me pick out the right potatoes. And they invited me to their barbecue on the 31st of Cassiopeia. So we need to make it back in time for that. You can always leave early if it takes too long. And what about you? What about me? You're also coming. I have to work. You also have to eat. Yep, saving the world is bound to make you hungry. You might even have fun. Who knows? I will consider it. Let's hurry then. Let's. Innkeeper, can you let Fable know we'll be back in time? Of course. I'll let them know as soon as they grace my tavern with their presence again. Oh yeah, Grace should know too. I think she's bringing her famous fortune nuggets. I'll tell her as well. I wish you a successful quest. It shall be so. See you soon. Okay, midday, it looks like. This is Archie? Yep. Greetings, Innkeeper. Hello, Archie. Good to see you again. It's always a delight to be here. It makes me feel like I'm part of something bigger already. I'm glad to hear that. Speaking of which, were you able to help those farmers out? Oh, yes. Talking to Fable was truly inspiring. They were so right. The farmers really had no interest in gold or other riches. So instead I helped them with reconstructing their lands, barns, and houses. With my own 2 hands. I even got some blisters from it. Remember, to my first ever heroic deed. Very exciting and painful. Now that I think about it, do you have a recipe for a drink that could help out in this specific situation? I want to be able to help out every single farmer with ease. I want to lift the heaviest logs and steel myself for the most stubborn splinters. You're right, a drink like that is still missing from my recipe book. Let me think of something. Oh, thank you dearly. The steel tonic. Oh. Lot of defense, lots of strength. I was making my way to your tavern. I walked past an astounding duo of adventurers. A stunning seraph and a massive half-giant. And my, IDM, for my, it's me, my wife, my sister-in-law, and brother-in-law. We all play D&D, and, IDM, and, my brother-in-law is a half-giant. They were so utterly impressive. I aspire to be like them someday. It feels like I'm in a book, like I delved headfirst into one of those stories on my bookshelf. Magic and adventures surrounding me with every step, and unknown lurking dangers in the shadows. This is all so exciting. But now I'm just daydreaming. Originally I came here seeking one of your magical drinks. Of course. What would you like? Something that will help me defend myself from devious dangers, like splinters in my hands. The drink I had last time, well, I presume it did something, but those splinters were a real nuisance, I'll tell you that. I got you, don't worry. Alright, so that's going to be our Frosted Lagoon. A lot of defense. A little bit of strength. And then a little bit of charisma. Boom, you got yourself a Frosted Lagoon there, Archie. What up? Protection against your arch nemesis, splinters. Here you go. I should do a video and make some of these drinks. I can already feel my skin getting tougher. Helping people grow calluses is my secret party trick. Maybe I should bring my friend here someday. Your drink mixing magic is quite peculiar, really. Oh, your friend? Is he from Winmore as well? That is correct. I've known him since we were kids. Most due to our parents being similar wealth and influence. I think we were kind of chosen to be friends. We decided to write each other letters when he's not here in Zenith. He's actually in kind of a dire situation right now. You see, he's a diplomat, deeply involved in the whole Diria mainland negotiations. Due to him nearly getting kidnapped during his last business trip to Diria, he decided to fire his entire personal security crew. If you ask me, his reaction was a little bit over the top, but I don't interfere with his decision, so... Now he doesn't have any bodyguards. I would like to help him. Rumor escort buddy. Didn't fight his entire personal guards. I'm looking for new fighters to protect him from the dangers of a... You need to take Lynn with you. Take Carlin with you. Honestly, I have no clue what I should do. He definitely doesn't need my money, just like the farmers didn't. He got more than enough of it as it is. I mean, if you're brave enough, you could volunteer to be his bodyguard. Splendid idea. I like how you think, Innkeeper. But I don't know if I'd be strong enough, even with your magically infused drinks. You might need more protection than I could offer. Well, I still do that thing with the quests. Oh, you're right. I could just hand up a quest on your pinboard. And then some brave adventurers will offer to help us out. My friend means the world to me. I would never forgive myself if something happened to him. So you're looking for the best bodyguards in Zenith? Absolutely. Well, I already have some folks in mind that are more than qualified to do the job. Let's just hope my quest writing skills are enough to attract just the right people. Do you write a lot? No. Yes. Sometimes. I love to write stories about cunning and courageous adventurers. Somehow they always manage to get the most out of dreadful situations by cheating death multiple times. But that's, well, writing doesn't really fit the image of an heroic adventurer himself, does it? Why would I dream of other people's journeys if I could live the tales myself? You've got a fair point. Also, it's always easier to write about the things you've experienced firsthand. Absolutely. Oh, I can't wait to see my friend again and help him out. I'll be more than prepared. Fable also offered to teach me how to use a bow. How could I say no to such an enticing offer? Getting taught by Fable of the Ashen Grove themselves? I'm so happy she's famous. It's more than I could have ever dreamed of. They also mentioned another friend of theirs, an imposing Vulcan lady named Carlin. Do you know her by any chance? Oh, Lynn? Yes, I know her quite well. She's quite the local legend. She's a regular. I'm surprised you hadn't heard of her. She single-handedly outsmarted a Wyvern Chimera. That's incredible! This tavern is full of hidden treasures. Apparently Lady Carlin is bored because her newest protege is on a mission and hasn't returned yet. So she'll be joining my training with Fable. Oh, you're in for a ride. How thrilling. I nearly can't contain my excitement. But for now, I gotta think of the right words for the job posting. Don't worry about that. Assembling quests for patrons is one of my services. Really? That would be so helpful. I got you. You'll have the perfect crew of bodyguards for your friend assembled in no time. Trust me. Thank you so much, and also thank you for the drink. Coming here is always a delightful source of inspiration. I'm always happy to help. Until then, Innkeeper. See you next time, Adventurer. Oh, you're new. Hiya, how's it going? Hello, come on in. This is a cute little tavern, I'm not gonna lie. Wasn't that convinced from the outside, but the interior is really adorable. I'm glad. Are you accustomed to more opulent exteriors? For sure, but I do enjoy the cozy feeling of a simple tavern. You know, it's good being away from the hustle and bustle of the big city sometimes. I get that. Are you new in town? I am. How'd you know? It's been a while since I last seen a phantasm around here, that's all. I just took a guess. Ah, I see. Came here straight from the capital. Just needed a moment to breathe, you get me? Oh, I do. That's why I settled here on the outskirts of Zenith. This town is big enough for me to never run out of work, but small enough to not feel overwhelmed. Yeah, exactly. So, you run this business, Innkeep? Correct. Oh. Correct, just me and my familiar in this tavern. Oh, and the regulars that come here, of course. Of course. And with whom do I have the pleasure today? Perhaps one of my next regulars? Who knows, maybe. Name's Voyage. Or Voyage, but you may call me Voy. Alright, Voy. Got it. What can I do for you today? Well, I mean, drink would be the way to go, I suppose. Wait, don't tell me you haven't heard of me. Not yet, I'm afraid. I suppose I should have. I'm the Voy, the famous bard. Ring any bells? Nope. Well, I guess you have to get to know me then. And what better way to do it than a fine drink made by the finest innkeeper? You're a real sweet talker, aren't you? Well, he's a bard. I guess I am, haha, yeah. Is there something specific you would like? No. It's probably something that make me even more irresistible, like a real Prince Charming. So you want a charisma drink then? Yeah. So lots of charisma. Gotta get fancy with it. A little bit of strength. And then a little bit of defense. Get fancy with it. Boom. Spoken Heart. May this drink give you untwistable silver ton. Oh, this is good. Nearly as good as my musical talent. I feel that drink might influence your next performance. Will it boost my charisma even further? You'll have to wait and see. Let's just say you might want to come back afterwards to get another drink. Oh, now you're teasing me. How about you tell me more about you now? Didn't you want me to get to know you better? See, I want to do another playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 and try a bard out. Don't know if I do that on the channel or not, but that'd be fun. Only your counter, Innkeep, because I'm about to knock your socks off. Bring it on. So right in front of you is the one and only Voy, Traveler of Lands, Stealer of Hearts, and the most famous bard in all of Foza, or Fioze. I'm probably saying it completely wrong. We're gonna go Fizo, or Fizo, Fizoa. Not Samantha. I'm just kidding. Not only because of his immaculate talent, but also because of his good looks, I might add. I'm fairly impressed. Of course you are. I might ask for an autograph later then. But what brings you here, Voy? As I said, I just needed a breath of fresh air. A short break from the big city. Is it hard being famous? Not really, no. Maybe a little bit sometimes. Making music and performing is my job, and I absolutely love it. So it's not a big deal, really. Just makes me cherish the quieter moments. Makes sense to me. It'd be cool if I kept you in your little familiar company for a bit. So it looks like there's one more character to meet, unless there's a third page. So he's only 22. He, them, he's a bard, background Targaryen, chaotic, good to some. We haven't really, I don't think we've met evil yet. Unless he's chaotic neutral. Chaotic good, neutral good, chaotic good, lawful good, neutral good, chaotic neutral, lawful neutral. Yeah, so no one's evil yet. Absolutely. Make yourself at home. Nice. I don't like that look he's giving me. A little worried. Well, you're also new. Hello there, traveler. What can I get you? Usually it's my role to ask that, but given the circumstances, I'll humor you. Well, this is my tavern, and it has come a long way. Love the color of the walls. A new coat? It's been a good few years since my last renovation. But yes, I thought it was time to accept some change into my life. Thought so. What is life, not the constant changing of the self? How I missed your endless wisdom, Quincy. I can only imagine, innkeeper. You look like you might be in need of a refreshment. How about a drink? Yeah, long journey. Surprised me with something as charismatic as your little establishment. Is this another spoken heart? Yep. Then a little bit of strength. And then a little bit of defense. Up, 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 up. And a spoken heart for you as well. Here you go. Liquid charisma, my specialty. This tastes magical. Seems like you improved a good deal since last time. Practice makes perfect, after all. Indeed. So, what brings you to this corner of the world? I'm looking for the feathers of a peculiar little bird. They're said to be only reside in this neighborhood. Or continent, rather. What bird? The golden loon. Didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the golden loon? They're quite beautiful to behold. If I were you, I'd look for them near a big lake. That's where they usually hang out. But only in, Fazoa. That's why I came all this way. Old plumage of gold, glistening in the lights of day. The traveler's bold. It would be a very poetic way to greet them. Tell that to the stupid song of the Vigor Guild. They didn't like it? No, they don't like anything that isn't mainstream. Like subtext. Isn't that what lyrical works are all about? Pouring your heart and soul into something for others to take in? And only if you push away the layers and read between the lines will you find the true meaning. Exactly my thinking. It's just that now, I'm afraid that they'd laugh at me. Or remember me as the bard without a heart, all because they don't understand. You know, there's nothing wrong with being afraid. Fear can sometimes keep us safe from danger. But something to keep in mind is that fear does not stop death, it stops life. Do you enjoy your art? Yeah, and I want others to enjoy it too. I, for one, greatly enjoyed your Golden Loon haiku. Me too. Aw, innkeeper, thank you. You shouldn't base your value on whether people like what you create or not. There'll always be those who don't get it and those who find themselves in it. Do it for the people who appreciate your art, but most importantly, do it for yourself. That's one way to look at it. You know, I imagine all this so differently. Way easier for sure. Went from Targaryen to the smallest of towns to the big city. I've always dreamt of joining the SOV Guild. Then they promptly rejected me. But I'm on voyage and I don't give up because of things like that. I don't need a guild to get out there and share my music. All I need is me and my Hingoon. That's right. I've seen so many people spend too much time giving attention to those who will never understand them. My 2 cents, live for what you believe in, allow others to make their own decisions. That's what I'm doing. Good. But unfortunately, I have to leave now. Gotta find those loons. It was nice having you around, Quincy. Till next time, don't forget, take care of yourself, Innkeeper. Oh, I keep fast forwarding. Be safe out there, voyage. You too. Nice guy. Yes, he's an old friend. Didn't know you do friends. Perhaps we could be friends too then, Innkeeper. Not yet. Oh. Maybe one day. My character, that's kind of mean to say. He's still here. Welcome. Quick, Innkeeper, strongest drink. This is emergency. What happened? It's absolutely urgent. Relationships are on the line. Not lives. Listen, Innkeep, I'll tell you the story, don't worry. But you gotta be a little patient, because Baya really needs a drink first. Yes, please. What do you need? The same as last time? Oh, that one was really delicious. I'd love to taste it again, please. Got it. I'll get you something that'll make you feel as agile as a spider again. I don't remember what's in the Swift Strike. It was all this. I think it was a little bit of this. And then maybe this. Yeah. There you go, my strongest drink to the rescue. Thank you. This is... good. Oh, thank the dragons. That pause made me so nervous. Really thought he would mess it up. Thanks for having so much faith in me, Una. Ha, you're welcome. But Baya, are you feeling better now? Yes, at least a little bit. That's good to hear. Please fill me in on the situation now. I've never seen you this upset, Baya. Oh, did it again. And you have to endure the Bloomtide Festival every year. You're right. So, I have this group of friends. They're girlfriends. We 3 have been inseparable for at least a few centuries. But now... Aww. Very insensitive to ask an emotionally vulnerable and sweet girl what's troubling her, Innkeeper. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's okay. How about I tell him what's going on, Baya? So you don't have to strain yourself. Thank you. Okay, so, Sweet Baya over here had this long-lasting group of friends, right? Right. They're a trio, inseparable for at least a few hundred years. And they're an adorable trio, might I add. The Swamp Monster, the Banshee, and the Mari Morgan. Ah, yes, the Mari Morgan, the wrathful spirit that is known to drown men. I've heard she doesn't really differentiate between genders, though. Yep, that's right. Anyways, the Mari Morgan and the Banshee are a couple. So I figured. Have been for a while. I recall them coming by once or twice. But right now, how should I put it? They're in a domestic dispute. For some reason, the two have completely stopped talking to each other. They even refuse to show up for Baya's monthly tea parties, insisting they only come if the other one isn't invited. Why? I don't know. It's like they don't like each other anymore. And soon they won't like me anymore either. Well, that's not fair. It does smell like a breakup. Let's not catastrophize. I don't want my friend group to fall apart. People have always left me because I scare them. I don't want them to leave me too. Okay, so I think we might have one. So we'll probably these 3, right? So boom, boom, boom. Now, I'm sure they won't. Say something, Innkeeper. Don't worry, Baya. They've been together for so long, they must have already solved numerous arguments. They'll get through this one, too. He's right. They've been through worse. But what if he is wrong? What if they do break up? What if they really leave me? I just wish there was something I could do to help them. I might just add my 2 cents real quick. Hi, I'm Voy. That's short for Voyage. You might have heard of me before. I'm pretty famous. No. Doesn't ring any bells, sorry. Anyway. So, Baya, that's your name, right? Mm-hmm. What's keeping you from getting to know other people? Well, you seem really chill. Well, usually everyone's afraid of me. The innkeeper has always been nice to me. I trust them. And I've known Una for a while now. Didn't she pick endangered flowers from your backyard last time you met? Yes. The bouquet was really cute. I know, right? You meet a lot of people when you travel across the lands looking for potential clients and work. And honestly, I've seen stranger creatures than her in my years as adventurer. Baya's also really cute under all that moss and kelp. Oh, shush. I mean, you might look a little terrifying, that's true. But maybe you just have to figure out how to get through to people. I'm sure they want to be your friends. I don't know about that. Usually they try to burn me. Luckily, I don't scar easily. Ooh, what a nice metaphor. I might have to use that in a new song if you don't mind. People hurting you over and over again just because they're afraid. Exes leaving you, but you always manage to get over them. It's not a metaphor. Once every few moons, people surround me with torches and pitchforks. Oh. Ah, well, that's unfortunate. You don't say, kid. But honestly, I know how you feel. Sometimes facing people is terrifying when you feel so different. There's always something to love about everyone, like my handsome smile or enchanting voice. Maybe. People would enjoy my spa. You run a spa? That's fantastic. Yes. You should come visit me sometime, Voy. That's short for Voyage. Just Voy is fine. Do you want to come too, Una? I'd love to, yes. There's nothing more soothing for old bones than a nice swamp bath. Hee hee. Do you get a lot of customers? No. Aw, none. Maybe I can change that. Let me advertise your spa at my next performance. I would love that. Thank you. No worries, Baya. But let's get back to your girlfriends. Innkeep, don't you know someone that could help them out? The situation is kind of tricky. They might need a mediator. I can absolutely hit up a quest for you if you want. That'd be great. Thank you so much. Of course, making my patrons happy is part of my job. Now who's the sweet talker, huh? But now I have to wait, right? Yes, unfortunately. How about you show us around your spa in the meantime? It would be my pleasure. I like Baya. Baya is a bit shy due to some bad experience with other people that led to her having only a small group of friends, and now they're fighting. She's afraid of ending up alone again. Working through her fears, she invited my customers to her spa. I bet her mud masks are out of this world. Once we're back, there will be a solution for your 2 friends. No pressure. There's a millennium-long relationship on the line, remember that. Absolutely no pressure. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. See you then, Innkeep. Yeah, see ya. Trying to feel how smooth my skin is after a mud mask. You think I can take my crochet hook with me? We got 2 new quests. Yeah, Banshee. This. The Mary Morgan, known for her passion and drowning trespasser, and the Banshee, singer of bone-shattering songs in the Lonesome Lagoon, are 2 terrifying creatures in love. Because of their mysterious dispute, their relationship is on the line, and their best friend, the Swamp Witch Baya, would do anything to keep their friend group from shattering. Couples counselor sorely needed. Okay, there's 1. Okay, Diria. So maybe Diria. Look at that. Fatal Company. Political tension ensued when the canal bridge connecting Diria to the mainland collapsed, especially because the spinal rhinos can't exactly be held responsible. The ambassador tasked with solving the mess is a young noble, and his worried best friend insists he is still in dire need of a new personal guard, especially since the roads are unsafe for travelers lately. Those travelers are cattle anyway. Okay. I think we did it. And it's time to end another day. I kind of like how we're doing this like an episode, like a day. Like I said, I always say this every video, I do want to start doing longer videos. We're still in Act 2. But we are going to end that episode of Tavern Talk here. If you guys enjoyed this, please let me know. Of course, we're going to keep going. Thank you so much for being a guest now, Storm. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Any little bit helps. Shows me you are enjoying this series. And everyone, I'll see you all in the next video.